Whoops, I don't know what I just said, but I'm sure it's fine. Look at that little picture of her on the side. That's adorable. No, you can't. It's not fair to give me eyes like that. That's not fair. I feel like I'm taking candy from a baby now. You'd think I'd remember this place because it was relatively confusing the first time I was here. I don't. Not all. Not a thought in my head. Don't even know what thoughts are, actually. Never had one before. We're playing favorites, so Stroll's getting the bonus stats from mastering more archetypes next. Go Blizz. Uh-oh. That was an unfortunate miss. And then we'll try this again. Go Blizz. And then Blizza, and we won't miss. Thank you. Taxation of fun to world where everyone helps one another. A bit on the nose, but sounds like something a hero can come up with. Brilliant. Yep, that's the idea. That is the point. That is the point of society, guys. We're supposed to help each other. That's why we do it. Hey, it's Idols Day. You know what that means. Time to get a luck point. Oh man, I wonder if it's a mimic. Oh no, it was a mimic. Who could have guessed? So I haven't talked about my overall feelings on the game in a bit. Gameplay wise, great turn-based game. Even at this point, I really like it as a turn-based game. Easily one of the best turn-based games that I've played in a long time. I really like the out of turn-based combat, like the lead into squad battles, I think is really good. On the other hand though, I recognize that a lot of the time the reason people don't play live action games is not because they dislike them, it's because they can't for whatever reason. People get old, they become disabled. Never forget that one day you will be disabled unless you die instantly to whatever kills you. Disability is a frame of reality that most people will pass through. It's not really an option not to. So on the one hand, I really like the out of combat options. I do kind of wish that there was a less of a punishment for not being able to do them. Because you can argue all you want that you don't have to, because you can just go right into squad battles. But realistically, you do. This is a game that I really like, but that live action bit is not going to make someone who doesn't like turn-based games like this game. But it is likely to turn off a lot of people who like turn-based games. I think that's all my thoughts on the gameplay. Overall, I really like it. I like the leveling system. I like choosing my stats. I really like the archetype system. I think that's all great. I think the only criticism I would give it at all is that it can be a little grindy. And on the other hand, it's a JRPG and I kind of expect those to be grindy, and to a certain degree, I want them to be grindy. The only thing I don't like about the grinding in this game is that it doesn't feel like the game wants me to grind. It feels like the game's not designed for me to grind. On a fundamental level, the game definitely requires grinding for various things. If you want to be able to get them and interact with those systems, grinding is in fact not optional whatsoever, but the game doesn't feel like it's encouraging you to do that. And I'm not sure I like that juxtaposition. I think that's kind of bad. There's some aspects of that that could be better, but overall I'd rate even that section of the game like a 9 out of 10. That could also just be me being more tolerant of that because I really enjoy grinding in most games. The story, I think, I like it on an overall basis. I think that the game could have gone further with actually having a message. And I kind of expected it to, with the way it started. Like, I kind of expected this game to have more to say, and then it just kind of didn't, which is fine. I would have preferred if it had more to say, but man, did the game drag in the last third. I still give the game an 8 out of 10, though, on story. But it was a solid 9 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 before that, right? Like, I was rating it real high before that. Let's see, I've rated story, gameplay. Visually, I like the game overall. Visually, just full send. Like the game visually. Like, I think it held a pretty steady level of quality on visuals the whole way. It's definitely a solid 8 out of 10 on visuals. There wasn't a lot in the game that really wowed me. I didn't see anything in the game where I was like, man, the visuals of this are outstanding. But I did like all of the visuals. And that's about where I land on it. I do think that the character fashion could be improved, but on the other hand, looking kind of silly is part of the point, really, with these kinds of characters. I will judge Hulkenberg wearing heels all day, every day. They could just let the serious character, who is femme, not wear heels. It's possible, I promise. She could just not wear heels, man. And even make it a week before I got sick this year. Instead, I watched movies, which include the new Superman movie, and I thought it was great. It was hard for me to follow the beginning, like the first 15 minutes. Other than that, great movie. Loved it. Would love more Superman movies like that one. Yeah, overall, new Superman movie, good. I know I got to seeing it a little late. I do kind of wish that I saw it in theaters. I think that would have been a better experience. The fights were easy to follow for me, which has not been the case for a lot of fights in recent cinema. I could actually follow it and know what was going on, and I really appreciated that. Watching good movies is a great way to spend your time when you're not feeling well. Maybe I am, in fact, still hilarious if I try. Who knows, man. Okay, there's rank 1 with Barton. The idealist who will definitely not become a dictator. For sure. He won't slide into authoritarianism. He would never. Having confronted myself in peace was the text for that one. That's certainly a way to describe going to the bathroom. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what I'm looking forward to, but I am looking forward to it.
But he won't talk with me.
True. I've never had a friend before in my life. The child murderer has successfully been slain, and they do try and make you feel bad about it.
There are 35 day 2s?
Yeah. It's a time loop or something.
Damn.
I don't know, man.
Oh god, it's Lightning Returns all over again.
Look, if Lightning Returns is a time loop, then you're just not very good at the game.
True.
All I'm saying is my playthrough of Lightning Returns, there was not a single loop to be had. That final boss may have taken me well over an hour to kill, but I finished it in one loop. Not without time manipulation, though. I did freeze time a lot. But that's a different thing. No time went backwards, and that's all that matters. Yo, I made 5,000 money from that. Nice. When you make someone look silly in public and earn $5,000. That's right, Maria. I promised your father I'd take care of you. Therefore, it's only right I become your stepdad and marry Miss Fabienne. I have no ulterior motives whatsoever, I promise. I'm lying. We've now become better friends with Alonso, which will surely go well. Oh man. We'll just skip past the scene of Alonso over his dead mother. I'm sure it's nothing important. Hey, he'll bounce back. He'll bounce back. It's all good. Increase my friendship with Barton, who's definitely not slowly becoming an authoritarian in the background. He'll come to the right conclusion eventually. Who doesn't flirt with authoritarianism once in a while? Like, I would be a benevolent dictator, so it's fine. Like, authoritarianism is only bad when other people do it. If I had that kind of power, clearly I would make better decisions.
As we all know, you can be trusted.
Just because other people can't be trusted with that kind of power doesn't mean I can. I'd just like to point out that for a game that's supposedly about, like, against stereotypes, the stereotype for the Nydia is that they're all liars, and the 3 Nydia who have any place in the story at all are a double agent, a con man who's good, and a con man who's not good. They really just said, but what if the Nydia did live up to the stereotype? Oh, and the entire species is lying to everyone. Because they're all using a glamour to hide what they look like. Why are they just like, but what if the stereotypes about those guys were true, though? Bye-bye!
Bye-bye now!